Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a beautiful and gentle princess named Rose. She was named after the delicate and fragrant flower that bloomed in the palace gardens, and she embodied its grace and beauty. Rose had long golden hair and sparkling blue eyes that shone like the stars in the night sky. Her smile could light up a room, and her laughter was like music to the ears. Rose was loved by all who knew her, and she spent her days helping those in need and spreading joy wherever she went. She would often sneak out of the palace to visit the villagers, listening to their problems and offering words of encouragement. She was especially fond of children and animals, and they adored her in return. But one day, a wicked sorcerer cast a spell on the kingdom, causing all the flowers to wither and die. The kingdom was plunged into darkness and despair, and the king and queen didn't know what to do. They called upon the wisest wizards and bravest knights to help them, but no one could break the sorcerer's spell. Rose, determined to save her kingdom, decided to take matters into her own hands. She knew that she had a special gift, the power to make flowers bloom with just a touch of her hand. She had kept it a secret, but she knew that this was the moment to use it. Rose set out on a journey to find the sorcerer and break his spell. She packed a small bag and slipped out of the palace, unnoticed by the guards. She walked for hours, through forests and fields, until she came to a dark and ominous castle. She knew that this was the sorcerer's lair. As she approached the castle, she met a brave and loyal companion, a knight named Thorn. He was on a quest to defeat the sorcerer and had been searching for him for months. Together, they decided to face the sorcerer and break his spell. They entered the castle, their hearts pounding with fear and excitement. The sorcerer was waiting for them, his eyes gleaming with malice. He laughed at Rose and Thorn, telling them that they were no match for his power. But Rose was not afraid. She knew that her gift was stronger than any spell. She reached out her hand and touched a nearby flower, and to her amazement, it began to bloom. The sorcerer's eyes widened in surprise, and he tried to cast another spell, but Rose was ready for him. With a wave of her hand, she made all the flowers in the castle bloom, filling the air with their sweet fragrance. The sorcerer's spell was broken, and the kingdom was saved. Rose and Thorn returned to the palace, where they were greeted as heroes. The king and queen thanked them for saving the kingdom, and the villagers cheered and celebrated. Rose's legend lived on for generations, and she was known as the Rose Princess, the savior of the kingdom. And Rose, with Thorn by her side, ruled the kingdom with wisdom and grace, spreading love and joy wherever she went. The palace gardens were filled with the most beautiful and fragrant roses anyone had ever seen, and the kingdom prospered under her care.